students, in this video we are going to discuss the set F of the AIPMT 2015. Okay, in previous videos we have seen the discussion of the earlier questions of the botany. In this one we are going to discuss the question number 106 onwards of the botany. So the question number 106 we are starting here, and the question is, in an ecosystem the rate of production of organic matter during photosynthesis is termed as. So it is very simple. The answer is gross primary productivity, because it is the rate of the photosynthesis actually done by, and secondary productivity is the different one. Net productivity and net primary productivity are actually derived from the gross primary productivity. So the answer is 1.
Okay children, let us now talk about question number 107. The question says erythropoiesis starts in. The options are liver, spleen, red bone marrow and kidney. Children, always remember, during embryonic life, early embryonic life, when the bones are not yet formed, there is no bone marrow. At that time, the formation of blood cells or the formation of RBCs take place first in liver, and later on it takes place in spleen as well, but it begins with liver. So the correct answer to this question is liver, while red bone marrow takes over the function of formation of RBCs in adults, or after, you can say, infantile life. So the correct answer to this question is 1, that is liver.
Question number 108. Which is the most common mechanism of genetic variation in the population of a sexually reproducing organism? Now, we have been given 4 options, and we need to know what causes variation in sexually reproducing organisms. Option 4, transduction. Actually, transduction is the process by which a vector like a virus transmits genetic information from one bacterium to another. So transfer of DNA or genetic material from one bacterium to another through the agency of a virus is called transduction, which was discovered by Lederberg and Zinder. So option 4 is not there as a correct answer. Next option is genetic drift. Genetic drift is also known as the civil right effect. What happens here is, in a gene pool, suddenly one of the genes might disappear, okay, by chance or by an accident. Say a sole person, a sole organism having that particular gene dies without mating and transferring it to his progeny, so that gene is lost forever. This phenomenon is called genetic drift. Chromosomal aberrations means multiplication or having more sets of chromosome or having less sets of chromosome. Polyploidy, aneuploidy are chromosomal aberrations. Now they are asked, which of the following is the most common mechanism? Now, every sexually reproducing organism will have the process of meiosis to produce gametes, and during meiosis there is a process called as crossing over. In the prophase 1 there is crossing over, and when the crossing over occurs, a small part of the 2 homologous chromosomes are exchanged. This process is called recombination. In fact, this is the reason why that every time a gamete is produced, it will not be exactly identical, it will be slightly different. So this is the main reason for formation of variations in gametes and hence variation in offsprings. So the correct answer to this question is recombination.
Okay, let us now talk about question number 109. The question says blood pressure in the mammalian aorta is maximum during. Children, remember, blood pressure is of 2 types. Systolic blood pressure, which is exerted by blood on the wall of blood vessels during systole, and diastolic blood pressure, which is exerted by blood on the wall of blood vessels during diastole. Now since they are talking about aorta, so aorta is a branch extending, aorta is extending from the left ventricle. So it is pretty obvious that during systole of the left ventricle, the blood pressure in the aorta would be maximum. So the correct answer to this question is 2. Okay, let us now talk about question number 110. The question says dioxide concentration, rising carbon dioxide and falling oxygen concentration, or falling oxygen concentration. Now children, always remember that the chemoreceptors present in your medulla are highly sensitive to a change in carbon dioxide concentration. They can quickly detect a slight increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide in the arterial blood. While it is clearly mentioned in an NCERT textbook that the role of oxygen level in blood is of least significance. Hence, the correct answer is one, that is an increase in carbon dioxide concentration will